Yo, what's good? It's your guy Les with the Let's Connect podcast. And we got a special guest in the building. We got Young Dellz.
Y'all already know, man. What's good?
What's good, man? It's great to have you on the show. This is actually take two. But we getting it going, man. So I honestly, I don't even remember where I first stumbled upon your music, man. But I know that from the very first time that I met you and found your music, man, I was hooked.
Yeah.
Like to the point that I even reached out and was like, yo, bro, we got to do a collab, man.
Yeah.
So for the people out there who don't know who Young Dellz is, who's Young Dellz?
A rap artist from the south side of Syracuse, New York. You know what I'm saying? Been making music since about 14, 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's 10, 15 years into the game for me. So I'm a dope-ass independent artist. You ain't had the time to hear from me, you need to go and lock in right now. Trouble in Paradise out right now on all platforms. Ain't no excuse. The only excuse from stopping you listening is you.
That's dope. And I like the fact that you said you independent, right? Because like nowadays you don't need to be on no major label to, honestly, I feel like coming up, if you want a major label and like Young Dolph, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Like he showed us the blueprint on that. And don't kill me in the comment section, because there might have been other artists like Master P to bring it way back. But
it wasn't even back. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But hell yeah. The independent shit, yeah. I don't mind it at all, bro. You got the freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got the freedom.
You know who's honestly good on the independent grind right now that blew up and it really went well for independent is what's the big dude? You know, one of the biggest, the largest.
Big X.
Yo,
yeah,
bro,
Big X. Yeah.
bro. First of all, his music is fire. And he's independent. He's like, yo, I make way more money independent. Why would I sign to a major label?
I think didn't he start with United?
Right, yeah, United Master, yeah, the publishing company, the streaming company, yeah.
He started with them.
Yeah, and get it out the mud. Like it is so simple. Like if you think about it, right? If you go and put out a single and sell that one single 100,000 times for $1, that's $100,000 of your own money. You ain't got to cut nobody in on. That, you know, back in the day we used to sell mixtapes. You know, that was great because we kept all the money.
Facts. Be outside on the block with the mixtapes, you know.
Word.
Yo, let me get $5 for one, man. Even though I want 10.
Right, but you ate because all that money, you know what I mean? And yeah, man. So that independent grind is dope. There's actually though another artist who I thought maybe probably should have signed to a major, who I don't think that it worked out so well for, which was Young M.A. Like when she blew up with Ooh, and then bro, like she had all these deal opportunities, said, nah, I'm gonna keep it. And I know she getting money, but like I think that she would have had a better career for the way she started. I think she would have been out of here if she'd have went to.
Yeah, she'd have took a major. I think so too, because she was out of here without taking that.
Right.
So if she would have took that major, you know what I'm saying? The sky's the limit. That's crazy. I ain't even know that until you just said that.
Yeah, I
thought she took it.
Nah, she stayed independent. I think she started her own label, Red Life.
I did know that. You right.
Yeah,
she did.
Yeah, cause I was following her whole. You know, she's from Brooklyn. You know, I'm from New York, even though you know I'm still Syracuse all day. But you know what I mean. So you know, I'm always tapped into the culture of the home team. You know what I mean. But yeah. So let's get back to you though, right? So how was life for you growing up?
For me, it was just like, you know, it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I had the ups and downs, regular things, you know, nothing too crazy. You know, surrounded by violence, you know, the same things that we surrounded by right now. Mm-hmm. Just a different year. That's how I look at it, you know. But upbringing wasn't too rough, you know. I always been around like family, so that's the reason why I'm family oriented right now, because I always been around that. My family was real big on that. And we still real big on that. We still stand on that. So my upbringing wasn't, you know, too rough. I don't like when people think my upbringing was worse than what it was.
Yeah.
I hate that. I ain't gonna lie. Because they be thinking like, the nigga really like you know, ain't had nothing. And they be
Right.
like, nah, motherfucker, like, the fuck? I knew what Mike's was.
Right.
I had a couple pairs of Jordans. You know
So
what I'm
so you
saying?
ain't like what was it? Hoku?
Yeah,
Hoku was like, yeah, the
nah.
kids in the Bronx don't know what computers are.
Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like that was so exaggerated.
That was that was crazy.
But it might have been true. But
Nah, come on, bro. They know 3 years old, 2 years old, man. Come on, they know what computers
Hey,
are.
man,
Like, she might have been meaning something else,
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm
yeah,
saying.
she might have, but she was out of
Ain't
pocket
worded
for
right.
that. Yeah,
Ain't
yeah,
worded
she,
that right. Ain't that
she
at
fumbled
all.
that, bro.
Yeah.
She fumbled that. So growing up, were you like poor, middle class? You would say.
I feel like we definitely fell under poor. But it's just, you know, cause like you got poor people that make shit work. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I don't feel like we was poor though to the point where like now that I'm older, I realize certain things. Like, I ain't know what the hell Section 8 was. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what that was. Shit, as a kid, I ain't know what the hell that was. I heard it a lot. There was a lot of times where I heard it, but I ain't know what it was. But then when I got to a certain age, I'm like, oh, this is basically help from the government.
Right.
Like, damn, we that messed up. Oh, now I know, like, and then I started learning, like, my mom, she couldn't work because she got in a real bad car accident. So I always, like, started questioning things. I always was that type of kid, too, bro. I was very nosy. Growing up, I always had a question for something, and I always was in the business. Like, I always wanted to know something. I ain't gonna hold you. But, like, I ain't know what none of that shit was, like food stamps and all of that shit. I just knew we had shit.
Yeah, it was just just regular degular, you know what I mean? Surviving. That's what it was.
But I do remember going without certain things. You know what I'm saying? I remember not having the best furniture. I remember not having a couch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember those times. So it's just like people would just be overthinking it though. But I feel like we definitely fell under the poor status of it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we made the best of it. You know what I'm saying? 6 kids in the house, just my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my brothers and sisters, though, all of us, like, we received child support, and we made the best out of that, which that wasn't the best, but we did what we had to do. Sure.
So, how was you in school?
Terrible as hell. Terrible. Like, for real. Remember I was telling you, like, the other tape?
Yeah.
At the 8th grade, I was like, damn, I graduated the 8th grade, and then it was over, brody. I got the 9th grade, dropped out.
Yeah, said the same for me, right?
Yeah, I was dropped out, and it was over. And I was terrible, bro, like, getting in trouble all the time. I would get suspended, right? Like, they'd suspend me for 5 days. 5 school days. Get suspended for 5 school days, and then I'll come back for a day, be good, and then get suspended when I return that next damn day. So I'm suspended for another 5 days. Then, like, bro, like, for real, like, Syracuse City School District was tired of me. They was like, oh yeah, you about to have to go to somewhere else. You gotta go to Oswego or something. Like,
Now, do you think that was because of maybe it wasn't like things there that like really interested you, or like do you think it was just like, nah, I want out of here, or you know what I mean? Like, what do you think was the reason that, you know what I'm saying, you had such a hard time with schooling?
I think it was really like the distractions in my real life, in in real time. Like, people failed to realize while I was at school, I still had worries. You know what I'm saying? Back at home, I still had to worry about what I'm gonna go home to. Like, when I get off that bus to go back home, what am I walking into my house to? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people ain't understand that, because everything wasn't 100% gravy all the damn time at my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Granted, it wasn't no fucking, you know what I'm saying, no extra shit, but it was times where shit wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Walk into the crib and motherfuckers is beefing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, what's going on now? And then your sister mad because this or that with your mom, and you know how it is, a girl growing up being a teenager, and then the mom start clashing, and a lot of shit, bro. So you never know what you walking into. You know what I'm saying? I had too many problems outside of this, the school shit. I had too many problems, so it was causing distractions.
Yeah.
So I feel like I could have did it though, because I know I'm smart as hell.
Right.
I just feel like I was distracted, and I ain't gonna lie, I'll take the blame too. I was type ignorant too. Like, you couldn't say shit to me. I was angry as fuck, bro. That's the type of person I was back then. I was just full of anger, bro.
Yeah, but like you said, you know, real life, right? That's got to be tough. Like, you go to school for a certain amount of hours, and you know you still got to deal. And now when it comes to being obviously an adult,
Right.
that's something that you're able to handle a little bit better. You know, like having a bad day, then going to work, putting on that face, and doing what you got to do, right? Because now you got responsibilities, you got rent to pay, you got your family to take care of. Yeah, right. You got no choice but to do that. But as a kid,
you ain't got none
you know, you ain't got none of that. But you don't even know, like you haven't developed those skills, right?
Your brain not even developed enough to know how to handle that.
Yeah, all you know is the reality of the situation that you're living in now, right. And then trying to balance each other. Yeah, it can definitely be difficult. I could see.
Yeah. I feel like that's what it was for me though. But I had good teachers, even still right now. Like, yo, I gotta do that too. Shout out to Mr. Grover. That's my dog. I still talk to him and all of that. But he was my 5th grade teacher. The motherfucker cool as fuck, bro. I still talk to him to this day, and he always cared about me. He always cared about life and like with the kids. He was more than just a teacher, bro. He was literally more than just a teacher. Like that man, literally, he cared more. He cared about what you was going through at home, and if you had any problems, you could really talk to him. He wasn't no teacher like, oh, you being bad, I'ma just send you to the office.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but there's a couple good teachers I had, and I appreciate all of them. But I just wasn't ready for that.
Nah, that's dope. And like you said, having that impact, and that understanding that later on in life, like you said, like for me, it was actually a school resource officer, because I kind of grew up similar, you know what I mean? Like, and I was poor, bro. I mean, shelter systems, all that stuff. It was yeah, and it was rough. But one thing I will say though is I always had family, right? Like my mom always held it together. My dad wasn't there, but he was there. Like my cousins and stuff like that, they didn't at least have the dad. Like I remember my dad pulling up, blasting the music, and I'm just standing outside like, that's my dad showing up. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people didn't have that. Like, and it was just like an extra little flex. I'm like,
nigga, what?
But I remember though, right? Like I think that I would have also done better in school.
Yeah.
But I had the reality of, maybe not being able to afford brand new clothes, wearing last year's school clothes. That right there is the crazy, because they gonna flame you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They gonna flame you.
Like I'm about to skip.
Yeah, right. You don't want to show up to school. Like just that right there is enough to not make you want to go to school. Everybody got the fresh J's on.
And you gonna show up with the Nikes.
Right, and they like, yo, bro, didn't you wear that? Wait, hold on, you just wore that 3 days ago, bro. Like, what you recycling that fast?
That's how they do you.
So no, I definitely could relate to that.
Yeah.
So what age did you start creating music?
Like in the studio, or like just...
Nah, just like, all right. So let me rephrase. So when did you first start getting into maybe writing, or maybe you heard a record that was like, yo, this artist is dope. I think I could do something like this, or maybe started rapping in the house. You know what I mean?
To be honest, bro, like I feel like music was not even what I was supposed to be doing, because I also like, while I was writing these things down, and they were just thoughts for me and just things to just write down, you know what I'm saying, to keep me good. And I always felt like, even still to this day, like my girl will tell me all the time, like, yo, you don't talk to me, babe, like you don't tell me how you feel. That's just how I deal with my problems. I take my problems and I just vent through music now, because that's what I have. That's the outlet I have. But before I had the music outlet, I was just writing down my problems. And like I said, like I always wanted to do basketball, and that was what I really wanted to do. I didn't like start caring really to try to do music, to try to come to a studio and try to be a musician or any of that shit, artist, whatever. I didn't care about that until later on, like when I was like 13, 14. Because at like 12, I started having seizures. So I became epileptic. And I didn't know what the fuck that was. And then like that causes you're not able to play professional sports with that.
Right.
That type of condition. So then that got snatched from me, because I was always interested in trying to play for the basketball teams. Like I was on the team when that shit happened, and got stripped from being on the team.
Wow.
So after that, I'm like, shit, the only outlet I got left now is fucking music.
Yeah.
Shit. I always realized though that I had like the talent for like the music though, and I always had the ear. I used to love beats, bro. I still to this day, I hear a beat and be like, yo, my boy will kill that beat. Not even like it's for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you just hear like hear sound good on that. Yeah, like
like I always had the ear for music, and I always had the interest in it, but I didn't know I would be where I'm at today with it. Yeah. I really didn't. Because I wanted basketball, bro.
Right.
Yeah, but then that shit got snatched from me, and then I was just like, all right, more problems on top of problems on top of problems. Then I'm hearing these artists, and they talking about their problems. Let me talk about this shit and see if I can flip it and make it as good as they making it sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's dope.
That happened probably at like 15 officially, when I really started making music.
So 15, like what year was that?
For me, damn, bro.
I know, I'm bringing it back, but I want to paint that picture for the listeners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Damn, I was born in '95, so shit, 15. That's what 2010.
2010. Okay.
Yeah, about 2010, 2012. Because I put out my first song in 2010, which was called True Bitch. If y'all never heard that, you can find it on YouTube. It's still out there too. But that was when I was going by just as Dellz.
Okay.
But it was a song called True Bitch. I wrote that shit about a shorty. She broke my heart, bro. But that was my first song, and that was in 2010. But I dropped my official first mixtape. I dropped my first mixtape in 2012, which was called No Company. Word. Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. So 2010, you said, right? So who was like the music artist out back then in 2010? Who?
Shit, that was popping, like real huge. That was popping.
Yeah, that maybe was even like an influence for you. You know what I mean? Or maybe was like
shit.
Yeah, 'cause 2010, I want to say that was like definitely. I know Drake. Yeah. Drake was definitely on fire back then. Kendrick. J. Cole definitely.
Shit, you had a few artists that was on fire then.
Yeah, 2010 to me was like, and I sound so old when I say this, but like it was like the ending of like an era of music to me, like when like songs were relevant, right? Like, you know what I mean? Nowadays it's more about sound bites and viral moments and catchy, like
not really too important.
But back then you had to really make a song.
Yeah, facts. I ain't gonna lie though, like around 2010, around 2010 vibes. Like my favorite artist around that time probably was Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne had a crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, cause he had just did the Carter 3. Carter 3 was what, 2008. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. Mine's would have had to be Wayne, man.
Wayne had a crazy.
Then he had the mixtape runs. You know what I'm talking about.
Bro. So, bro. I put my son on to his mixtape. Sorry for the Wait. That Sorry for the Wait was my favorite mixtape by Wayne, bro. One big room full of beds. He said, "Tunchi, tocha, tuli, fucker, running." My homies got that white girl, call it Lady Gaga. Yo, bro.
That's my dog. That's one of my favorite rappers. That's my dog.
Fire.
Yeah, beast with it.
So let's see here. Now we moving forward. So was there like do you remember the first CD you purchased?
I think the first CD I purchased was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. 2003. I remember that off the back of my motherfucking head.
Nah, that's crazy, cause mine was Ja Rule when he came out with the New York. Yeah, I know, yeah, right. See how that works, man.
Yeah, you had Ja, I had 50.
Yeah, but that New York song, I got 100 guns, 100 clips. Like to me, that was man,
that was hard though.
Yo, that was my very first. I had back then we had CD players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that.
Yeah. So I had that, my little CD player, man. I thought I was it. You couldn't tell me nothing.
That's how I felt with the 50 album, bro. What?
Yo, 50 had a crazy run too. 50 had a crazy run.
He did, bro. He don't get respected for it neither, man.
Yo, he had a he was
50 was that dog.
You know what kills me about 50 too? Is 50 legit came at Ja Rule and was like, yo, you singing in all the videos. Yeah. And the same thing he chastised him for. Then he did the same thing and went crazy.
He took off better than he.
Right, yo, it's crazy.
That should never even happen.
That shouldn't.
It's disrespectful. It's rude.
Nah, G-Unit was that label. Shout out to Eminem for signing and Dre
and they got put more respect on his name too. Like I hate how they be doing him too. How they be doing Eminem. Yeah. It's the for me, I view it as like it's the racial shit.
Yeah.
Like they want to be mad because he's a white boy who's good in a predominantly black sport.
Right.
He's just one of them that happens to be good.
It's crazy because in the first episode we ever shot, I had Exotics on, and we legit had that conversation. I asked him, I was like, if Eminem was another race, but like, you know, if he was black or Puerto Rican, would he, you know what I mean? Yeah. Would the hate still be there?
No.
You know, and it's crazy because, yo, he's You can't deny Eminem's talent.
Nah.
Like I know some people like to say, oh yeah, he just throws words together or whatever. Nah, bro. I listened to, I think it was the song with him and Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
Yo.
Bro, he spazzed on every, bro. There's literally not a song where Eminem is just like bullshit. Like,
right.
Boom. You might not like it, but best believe if you just read these lyrics on a sheet of paper and you just read it
and broke it down,
you would be like, yo, this person is crazy. Literally, and you would be like, this hard. But they don't give him that respect.
I think too, a lot of it has to do too, right? Because they're like, I'm never gonna get in the car and play some Eminem.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Because I mean, okay, when you think about Eminem songs, like commercial songs, sure, right? You really gotta, cause they're like pop. Yeah. It's commercial.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's bubblegum stuff.
Yeah.
But
you're not gonna play him in the club. He's not gonna be.
But spitting, like if I had to pick a crew of rappers to go into a cypher with.
What?
I'm definitely picking them.
If my life depended on it.
Right, I'm definitely picking them. Bro.
I'm picking him. He gonna save me. I'm gonna be alive when he done. What you mean, man?
All right, so back to the timeline, right? So now we 2015. You said was about the time that you actually started taking music serious. Mm-hmm. When was the first time that you had like a show? Do you remember it?
I do not remember my first show. I don't remember what year it was or none of that. I know, like I did a lot of like just independent shows around the town, like, you know, like Funk and Waffles type shows.
Funk and Waffles, yeah.
Opening up at like doing stuff at like the Lost Horizon. If you ever been there, you know, just opening up.
I've never been there. I've never been to the Lost, and that looks like it's such a dope venue. Yeah,
it's nice the way it used to be set up when I performed there, but that was back in like. That was probably like 2017 or something like that, 2016.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That was like a minute ago. But that's, like, I don't remember my first exact show, bro. You gotta think, man. Motherfuckers do a lot of shows.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact.
Word. But I definitely remember, like, around that time, 2015, 2016, we was doing, like, a lot of opening up shows. Me and Haas and, you know, Hazy G. Me and Haas and Ray. We was doing, like, independent shows, just opening up and just pulling up and doing shows here and there. We just did shit like that.
Nah, that's dope. So do you remember, like, is there like a craziest show that you ever had? Like a show like that's like, yo, I can't believe this happened, or
For me it was the Styles P. When I opened up for Styles P. And it had me mad at first, I ain't gonna lie. But I love you, bro. But it had me mad at first, I ain't gonna lie, because he was a little late. But, you know, people fail to realize, like, motherfuckers, like, these motherfuckers be held up 24/7. You know what I'm saying? They gonna make the time when they can make the time. But he was a little late. But I ended up performing, and he came after, like mid-performance of what I had to do. But I was able to talk to him, chop it up with him, get some game from him, able to hit him up. And still to this day, if I hit SP up, we able to talk. I talked to Jadakiss, you know what I'm saying? So that was dope. To me, that was like the best. And then I really grew up off of Styles P and Jadakiss. So that's off the whole locks. So
yeah, so that was like a full circle moment for you. Yeah. So what was the moments leading up to that show, right? Like, take us to that. Like, do you remember, like, you finding out that you got the show, you know what I mean? And then the day of the show, you know, like walk us through that.
I forgot what year it was, but it was like a smoke fest. And I seen that, like, they was looking for artists. They was doing like a little smoke fest here in the town. They was looking for artists to perform. And there was like 2 slots left. And I ended up hitting them up and was like, yo, can I get one of the slots? And they said that 2 people already took over the slots. But then I forgot who hit me up to even tell me to hit whoever for the show. But I hit them up and was like, yo, they said that they already booked, 2 people already took in the last slots. But then they hit me back and was like, yo, one person said they can't even make it. They got another show in, like, out of state, so they're not gonna be able to make it in time. So I was like, all right, well, let me get their spot. And that's how that shit came up. Like, and I ain't have to pay nothing or nothing.
That's
I just
dope.
was able to get that slot and open up because it was last minute type shit. So they had to hurry up and have somebody come and open up and do it. And I ain't have to pay nothing, so I just did that shit. But the nigga FB hooked me up with that shit too. What to me, FB, the one that be
shout out FB,
yeah, shout out to him too.
Yeah, we gotta have him on the show as well. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, But that was like the biggest show that I could remember, man, that I ever did. Like to literally just sit with a nigga, chop it up, talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Like learn some little game from him, for him to tell me like, yo, I like what you got. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna follow you. We gonna be in tune. Like if I drop something right now, SP under it, and he commenting and saying it's fire and telling me, yo, keep going. That's why I love that type of shit. Like even right now, bro, like I got this song that I'm trying to drop with Hell Rel. And Hell Rel supposed to do. We already did the song actually. So I already got the song right now in my phone, but like we just gotta get the video set up and everything. We trying to set that up right now.
If you like this video and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe.